Okay, so thesis statements are a formula. Kind of like in math, when you have different formulas, you can plug in information so that it's in the correct formula. And our formula for thesis statements is claim because 1, comma, 2, comma, and 3. So in our first example, our claim is education is important to have. Our supports are it could enable one to get a better paying job, it makes a person a more interesting individual, and it makes a person a more informed citizen. Those are our 1, 2, and 3. And this is our claim. So when we go to write our thesis statement, you see our claim right here. We have our because to link them. And then we have our 1 right here in orange, our 2 right here in yellow, and our 3 right here in green. So I'm going to write this one down here so y'all can see how it works. So the first thing I'm going to write is the claim, which it gives me. Bowling is a sport for everyone. And right now we're just practicing the structure of a thesis statement. We're not coming up with any ideas right here. So bowling is a sport for everyone. And then I'm going to say because. Then I'm going to say my first support, which is right here. Number 1, it's not limited to any age group. I'm going to put a comma, which shows a pause. My second support, it can be played at any time. Comma, and to indicate that it's my last one, it does not require any expensive equipment. Then I'm just going to go through and check to make sure I have all the parts. This is the highlighting part. You do not have to do this, but a lot of students find it helpful. So bowling is a sport for everyone. That is my claim. I'm going to put it in pink. Because is my linking word. I'm going to put that in gray. It is not limited to any age group. I'll leave that in green. I have my comma here. It can be played at any time. Let's make that yellow. And it does not require any expensive equipment. So I can see that I have my claim because 1, comma, 2, comma, and 3. That's how it works when we're looking at formatting. Any questions about this part? I know Matthew and Sim wanted me to go over this specifically, so any questions right here?
So how, I don't know, I don't understand about the claim. Like, just, yeah.
The claim part?
Yeah.
So on the worksheet, it says topic instead of claim. But a claim, we went over this when we did our figurative language notes. A claim is like a statement that you're making that's going to be backed up by facts or evidence. So our supports are kind of what's backing up our claim. So with your persuasive letters, for example, if you chose virtual learning as your topic, your claim could be virtual learning needs to have reduced screen time or something. So it's like a statement you're making that's taking a stand on something, and then you're going to back it up with your 3 supports. Does that make sense?
A little.
A little. Let's look at slide 5 where we actually come up with a claim. So for example, number 5 down here, it says your school has extra money to spend. It could be spent on a computer lab, new sports equipment, a cafeteria, or something of your choice. Write about what you would choose and why. So what is something we could pick that our school money could be spent on?
Maybe trips.
Trips, like field trips? Okay, so that's going to be our claim. Southern's extra money should be spent
on budget cuts
on field trips. Sim, do you see how that's a claim that we just made?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll understand the supports though, too.
So they're just reasons why. So like, Jaden, what's one reason why you think the money should be spent on field trips?
Can I tell you what I put?
Yeah, sure.
So my 3 supporters, I was basically saying, well, they have extra money. Schools usually on budget cuts when they could host events. And I just said, well, I think of something that involving schools because they have extra money to think about. Schools usually don't have specific things they need, and maybe they can host trips somewhere.
Okay. So can you be a little bit more concise or specific with what your 3 reasons were?
Is that an extension?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Okay, so I heard you say, did you say something about how students don't usually get trips, but because we have extra money, they could? Okay. So students, or we could say field trips aren't always an opportunity students get. So I'm going to ask you to come up with the next support, okay? And Matthew, you have the third one. So Sim, what's one other reason why Southern's money should be spent on field trips?
Because it can go out, like, we can explore like a little bit more in the area.
Okay, great. Students can have a chance to explore life more outside of the building. Thank you. And then Matthew, what can we say is our third reason?
Hold on. I'm trying to think. My cousin's being annoying. Sorry, my bad.
That's okay.
Oh my gosh. I guess for traveling costs and stuff.
So you're saying like travel costs aren't an obstacle anymore?
Well, actually, I don't think about this. It's very
Anyone else have a third reason while Matthew is thinking?
Most of them could lead to education.
Say that again?
Most of them could lead to education.
Okay. Field trips are educational. So, Sim, did we just list 3 reasons why our statement down here is true?
Yeah.
Okay, so what am I going to do now? If I'm writing these as a thesis statement.
Well, me.
Mm-hmm.
Add them to both of them together, all 3 of them together.
Yep, so what's that first linking word after my claim?
Don't know.
This word right here.
Because.
Okay, so Southern's extra money should be spent on field trips. That's our claim. Because, what do I put now?
The 3, 2, 1. 1, 2.
Our support. So I'm going to put my first support, field trips aren't always an opportunity students have. And then what goes before my next support?
Explain or evidence.
So you're thinking about ACEs right now. What punctuation do I put before my next support?
Comma.
Exactly, comma. Then I put my next one, students can have a chance to explore life more outside of the school building. It's not how you spell school. Oh my gosh. School building. Then what do I put before my last one? Before my last support?
Comma and.
Yes, beautiful. And then I type my last one. Field trips are educational. So I'm just going to go through and check to make sure I have all the parts. I have my claim. Southern's extra money should be spent on field trips. I'm going to make that green. I have my linking word because. Then I have my first one. Field trips aren't always an opportunity students have. I'll make that orange. Students can have a chance to explore life more outside the school building. I'm going to make that yellow. And our third one, field trips are educational. That's going to be pink. So I developed a claim. Money should be spent on field trips. And then you came up with 3 supports for that claim. And then we wrote it together as our claim because 1, 2, and 3 thesis statement. Is this making more sense? Sim? I said, is this making more sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to stop this recording now.